Welcome to Biomutant. Mercadorpus Outpost, a Jagni tribe stronghold. That's a resource totem, a monument left behind by those that picked scrap, trying to keep the area clean. Ah, that wood scrap seems like it would be perfect for your plans. Good to know the trees aren't dying. Yet. It's the chug yard. Not opening for you. The board mainly has posts from those that used to work at the chug yard back in the days gone. They don't make much sense these days. Not much more to say about the board. The Toxanol Corporation used to... They can catch... You're on the right track. Tribes always scavenging for scrap, and the yard has plenty to go around. But they should have stuck to looting instead of playing around with sprockets. Bomber bonkers busy ram-banging the door. This is your chance. Slash. Got it. The daytime makes it harder for things to sneak up on you. That one wasn't so smart. Yes, you can do anything. The sky's the limit. Now, let's take this back to Earth. Wow, you really took that all the way down to the end, in flames. It's a wonder some of these up and downs still work. Guess they built machines better in the past. The spent nuclear fuel that Toxanol dumped in the surf had detrimental effects on the marine habitats, while the overflowing landfills contaminated the groundwater. Combined, this sent their world hurtling on. I need to brush up on my Wando, but I have a feeling he believes it was you that caused the bang at the yard. Gizmo remembers you as a nice kidling, and he can still sense the warmth of your good heart. He hopes you remember that one time he taught you to upcycle, and hopes you've had some use for it over the years. You still believe there's some good in everyone. You still have hope for tomorrow. Gizmo understands you still have strong feelings, but urges you to keep them under control. You've witnessed firsthand what it'll lead to.
Yes, that's the way. No arguing with that.
That is how you shine light at the dark.
Seriously, don't doubt the dark.
I'm so proud of you for doing the right thing.
Can't believe you let that loser sway you.
Hard to believe the world is actually going to... Understands why you're bent on. Wonders if you liked working with the Myriad. They always seem so centered and so seeking. But that's not important now. Gizmo says it's taken a long time to bring the past up to the present. He can't leave the Underyard as he has no protection against the vacuum in the dead zone. So you need to salvage scrap to upcycle the Mekton, starting with the old crater. You should return when you've retrieved the scrap. There's no time to waste if you want to make the Mekton. There are more crates from before the apocalypse left out in the wild. Easy to find if you keep an eye out. You should be able to gather enough scrap to upgrade the Mekton from them. There's short of breath and death to this zone. Better take care. He who half breathes, half lives. Much harder to see outside now. That's the leftover you're looking for. Focus on your goal. You're maybe not sure you want to leave. Balance is the key. He says that's enough to get the Mekton functional. You'll have an engine, a fuel soaker, a gun. He made a suction device so the Mekton can use the black tar as an instant refuel. You can also use it to clear oily goo puddles, so you can pass and access hard-to-get-to areas. He's been working on another. The best way to find Scripps is to go talk to Moog. He knows. Unfortunately, this means you'll have to venture farther out in. Gizmo thinks he's a little peculiar, but very knowledgeable. He has the ins and outs of all monster and creature. The Grease Monkey's Mekton is built sturdy, just like himself. Can you imagine how this place used to look before the dead oil flood? Night is the time to take care of business. Might want to hold your breath before you head any further. You're about to witness the breathtaking vistas of what's known as the Dead Zone. In the old world, roads like this really led somewhere. Now, most of them lead to disaster. That over there is Steepo Depot, the cliffside that Moog hangs on to. Hand up, further you go. Let's see. This one's impressed to see you out here. He figured you'd be dead by now. Not many are as tough and clever as you must be. Claims he goes after the most dangerous game, huge monsters. Moog says that all your power doesn't do you a bit of good if you're not willing to pull the trigger when the time comes. Out there with the monsters, it's kill or be killed. Which will it be for you? You might have a steady aim, but you need to be sure that you pick your targets with care. It's hard to make those life or death decisions for others, but someone's got to do it. Otherwise, they'll do it Claims he mostly kills whoever he doesn't like. Says it's wild that the world seems to be coming back. Gets why you're thinning the herd so hard. Says you should give up on working with the stubborn myriad. Says they keep the monsters away. He needs them closer, not farther. He says the wildlife, nature, has changed and he's not sure about their veggie diet anymore. Right now, though, he feels he's come to a point where he's got a pretty clear... Says as big as they are, the world is bigger. Moog says you must learn to... Fortunately for you, he can help. There's no better place to start than a scrip cave. Hunting down a couple of these little critters... Says you stick to the haunting and shots present themselves later. Blackness covers the world like a blanket. Wait, it's the scrip hole-up. The place is just filled with critters. The right key could open this. Once the volatilization from the nuclear waste evaporated, a volatile gas rose through the soil and infested structures, even Toxanol's own buildings. So, in a way, they caused their own death. Hunker down or keep marching on. It feels like an ancient dungeon down here. Oh, idea. Go knock the lid off that sludge truck. It'll fill the place up and you can get up to that entrance there. Looks like the switches need to be turned to match so enough charge can flow through the conductors. Good. That's enough electric current to initiate the actuators and activate the framework. All yours now. Not getting... Why walk on your own legs? Go stretch those clonky Mekton legs. Getting out the tin can? He says that's enough scripts to sustain the Mekton's claw crane cannon with infinite ammunition. Well done. That's the special weapon he made to store the scripts in the Mekton. It will... Gizmo's made vehicles before to confront the... It's time to put a stop to the World Eater now, otherwise... There's time to improve the Mekton before you confront the Puff. It's already quite sturdy, but upgrading it will greatly improve your chances of victory. You need to help Gizmo defeat the Jumbo Puff before it destroys the West Route. Says you're silly for not... Wouldn't be surprised if you... Gizmo wants to help if he can. You need to help Gizmo defeat the Jumbo Puff before it... With life. We'll be around when you... Gizmo wants to help if he can. The Merc Puff will hurt the Tree of Life's root if no one's brave enough to stop it. Says it's about time you introduced yourself to Noko. She's usually in the Gnote pen. Seems surprised you have to... Gizmo wants to help if he can. Says you should take care. These steel legs were made for walking. Nothing but dead air here. Making your Mekton shine. Imagine that. You could just go to a place like this to get a proper meal back in the old world. Just pointed in the right direction. Body blow. Looking better than ever. Looks like it'll work. No air left for whining about it. Everyone's going to hear you coming. There's a place and time for everything, but for that city scenario, it's already come and gone. Hurts a lot. Shelter 7B is still there, open and ready to shelter. Lethal weapons. Running low. Birds don't have enough flaps to fly. All fired up. Put that thing behind you. Work your way up. The Tree of Life still stands. Question is, for how long? In flames. Getting swole. Shop, shop. That's one just over there. Go for it. Slice and dice. What's your choice? Dying? This story is as powerful as you'll let it be. Sometimes the smallest pieces of scrap are the ones you make yourself. You wear those well. The deeper the night, the darker it gets. Stomping time. Getting that much closer to perfect. That's a jumbo puff with an appetite. Ain't no fuzz. Better put an end to it before it ends our world. The jumbo puff is kicking it up a notch. It's time for an electric performance. Bad feeling about this. It goes all the way down to the stomach. It'll start like a snack, and you'll end up with a ride down the intestinal canal. That's too close to the end station. Better move up and away, or be swept out the bowel way. Wow! What a super-sized worm whip. That must be as big as they. The Taurus is pumping at half a beat. You know what to do. You see, it's what's on the inside that counts. That meaty Taurus is already off-beat. Better pumped out than flushed down. Don't let it happen again. Guessed it would go down with a throw-up. Can it really get any better than that? He thanks you for dealing with the first World Eater. It's a start. You should go see Out of Date and find out what you can about the machine he's named the Ark. He trusts you know where to find Out of Date by now.